Welcome back to the podcast de Philippe. Today we're going to dive into the world of no-code development
Real code development.
with this tool that's making waves.
It's called Lovable.
Lovable.
Yeah.
Lovable. Yeah, and it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
So imagine, transforming your Figma designs like directly into working apps.
Wow.
That's what we're going to unpack today.
Yeah.
So if you're ready to unlock like this new level of design and development efficiency, this is the deep dive for you.
Absolutely.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube
Yeah.
and give this video a like so you don't miss out
Very important.
on future explorations.
Definitely.
So yeah, Lovable. I mean, there's a lot of buzz around this tool.
There is a lot of buzz, and I think it's justified.
Yeah.
They're partnering with Builder.io to tackle a major pain point in this whole development process, and that's bridging the gap between designers and developers.
Right. And I think that's something that we hear a lot about,
Yeah.
these days, is that like bringing those two worlds together.
Yeah. How do we do that?
So what's so intriguing about Lovable is how they've tried to streamline this traditionally complex process.
Absolutely.
Right. And they're claiming to take you from,
They save
Figma design to a functional app in mere minutes.
minutes, not hours.
Minutes, not hours.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, what does that workflow look like?
It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It's a 4-step process.
Okay.
So you start by designing your interface in Figma, as you normally would.
Okay.
And then you utilize the Builder.io plugin to select the specific design elements you want to translate into a functional app.
Okay.
And then the next step is where the magic happens.
Okay.
You just click Open in Lovable,
Wow.
and the platform generates your app almost instantly.
Like that.
Almost instantly.
And then what?
And then you can further refine and customize your app using natural language prompts within Lovable.
So you're telling me I could have a working prototype, like, ready to go in the time it takes to make a cup of coffee?
That's the idea.
That's a pretty compelling proposition for
Yeah.
anyone looking to test ideas quickly or,
Not sure.
create a minimum viable product.
Absolutely.
What's going on under the hood, though?
Yeah.
What technologies are powering this rapid transformation?
So Lovable is built on a pretty robust tech stack.
Okay.
So for the front end, leverages the power and familiarity of React, style with the flexibility of Tailwind CSS, all running on the speed of Vite.
Wow.
And then for back-end functionalities, it integrates seamlessly with the Supabase, which provides a full-stack development experience.
So we're talking about like a serious development environment here.
Yeah.
This isn't just a toy for like simple websites.
Not at all.
You mentioned earlier that Lovable goes beyond websites.
Yeah.
What are some of the other applications that this tool can handle?
You can use it to create anything from e-commerce applications,
Cool.
interactive web apps,
Uh-huh.
custom dashboards, and even database-driven apps.
So let's say I wanted to create a simple e-commerce store. How would I go about doing that with Lovable?
Imagine you've designed your storefront in Figma,
Okay.
complete with product listings, a shopping cart, a checkout flow.
Okay.
With Lovable, you'd utilize that Builder.io plugin, select those elements, import them directly into the platform.
So now I've got my design in Lovable,
Yeah.
but how do I actually make it functional?
Right.
How do I connect the product listings to a database?
Right.
Set up the shopping cart, integrate a payment gateway.
So this is where Lovable's AI capabilities really shine.
Okay.
Using natural language, you can literally tell Lovable to connect the product listings to a database, establish a working shopping cart, and even integrate a secure payment gateway.
Wait, so I can just instruct Lovable in plain English, and it handles all the complex coding behind the scenes?
That's right.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
It is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Lovable's AI is designed to understand your intent and execute those instructions, turning your design into a functioning online store in a fraction of the time it would take with traditional coding.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It seems like the role of AI in tools like Lovable is becoming increasingly prevalent.
It is.
But I have to admit, handing over so much control to AI does raise some concerns for me.
Yeah, I understand.
What happens to the integrity of my code, especially if I've made custom modifications?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And Lovable has addressed it head on.
Okay.
The platform is designed to preserve the integrity of your custom code, even during design changes or AI-powered modifications.
Okay.
They've incorporated features like GitHub integration for version control, selective editing capabilities, and robust AI algorithms that prioritize maintaining your code.
So it's not about replacing developers or completely taking away control. It's more about augmenting existing skills and streamlining the development process.
Exactly.
But how does Lovable ensure that developers retain ownership of their code?
They emphasize user code ownership and transparency throughout the entire process, and they've built the platform with a commitment to ensuring that developers have full control over their creations, using AI as a collaborative tool rather than a replacement.
The idea of AI seamlessly updating the app when I make changes in Figma sounds like a huge time saver.
Hmm?
But I can't help but wonder,
Yeah.
how does Lovable manage situations where there might be conflicts between the new design and existing custom code?
Lovable's AI is built to intelligently merge these changes,
Okay.
prioritizing the preservation of your custom code while accommodating those design updates. It's designed to be a seamless experience.
So no more back and forth between designers and developers
Hopefully not.
trying to manually sync changes. That sounds like a major win for team collaboration and efficiency.
Absolutely.
But how about integrating with external services, things like payment gateways or third-party APIs? Can Lovable handle those connections?
They do.
Okay.
Lovable provides a flexible framework that allows for seamless integration with a wide range of external services.
Okay.
They offer comprehensive APIs and documentation to guide you through the process.
So you're not limited to just the core features of Lovable.
Yeah.
You can connect it to the wider tech ecosystem and really expand the functionality of your applications.
Exactly.
It sounds like Lovable is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with no-code development.
It is an exciting time to be in this space.
Yeah.
Lovable is certainly at the forefront of a movement
Yeah.
that's making software development more accessible
Right.
and efficient.
And allowing creators to focus on innovation rather than getting bogged down in technical complexities.
Exactly.
I'm curious to hear more about this movement and how Lovable fits into the bigger picture. But first, we need to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment to continue our deep dive into Lovable.
It's fascinating. You know how Lovable is blurring these lines
Yeah.
between design and development?
Yeah.
It's almost as if they're becoming two sides of the same coin.
That's a great point. It's not just about handing off static designs anymore. With Lovable, the design becomes a living blueprint for the application itself.
Exactly. And this has a significant impact, I think, on how we approach creativity and innovation.
Yeah.
It allows designers to be more involved in the development process, thinking beyond aesthetics to consider functionality and user experience right from the start.
Yeah, it sounds like it fosters much more collaborative environment
It does.
where designers and developers can work together more seamlessly.
Absolutely.
But let's talk more about the AI aspect. It's not simply about automation, is it?
You're right. It's about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them.
Okay.
Lovable's AI acts as this tireless assistant,
Right.
handling those repetitive tasks, generating code, and suggesting solutions.
Okay.
And this frees up developers to focus on the strategic decisions and the creative problem solving that truly elevates an application.
So developers can focus on the why while Lovable takes care of the how. That's a pretty compelling proposition. But how can we be sure that the code generated by AI is actually high quality and follows best practices?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Lovable's AI is trained on this massive data set
Okay.
of high-quality code and design patterns.
So it's learning from the best.
It's constantly learning and evolving,
Wow.
ensuring that the code it generates is not only functional, but also well-structured, efficient, and maintainable.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what about those situations where I need to go beyond Lovable's standard features?
Yeah.
Can I still customize the application and build something truly unique?
Absolutely. Lovable provides this flexible framework for customization.
Okay.
You can extend its capabilities through custom code and integrate with external libraries, tailoring it to your specific needs.
So it offers that balance between the speed and efficiency of a no-code platform and the flexibility of traditional coding.
It tries to.
I'm curious, though, how does Lovable handle version control when you have multiple team members working on the same project?
That's important. Lovable seamlessly integrates with Git, a popular version and control system.
Okay.
This allows teams to collaborate effectively, track changes, and avoid those dreaded merge conflicts.
That's essential for any team project. But let's zoom out for a moment and talk about the broader impact of Lovable on the tech landscape.
Yeah.
How is this technology changing the way businesses approach software development?
Lovable is democratizing software development,
Right.
empowering businesses of all sizes to build applications without needing large development teams or expensive outsourcing.
It sounds like it's leveling the playing field, giving startups and smaller companies the tools to compete with larger enterprises.
Exactly. This is leading to a surge of innovation across all industries
Wow.
as more individuals and businesses can bring their ideas to life.
Yeah,
But there are always concerns when new technology disrupts the status quo.
of course.
Some people might worry that platforms like Lovable will replace professional developers altogether. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a valid concern, but ultimately tools like Lovable are about empowering developers, not replacing them.
I agree. It's about shifting the focus.
Okay.
Instead of getting bogged down in tedious tasks, developers can leverage Lovable to handle the heavy lifting, allowing them to focus on more complex and creative challenges.
That's a much more efficient use of their skills and expertise.
I think so.
It sounds like Lovable is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in software development.
Yeah.
What are some of the exciting advancements you see on the horizon for Lovable?
Lovable is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
One exciting area of development is the integration of even more advanced AI,
Okay.
allowing it to better understand and respond to natural language instructions.
That's fascinating.
Hmm.
Can you paint a picture of what that might look like in practice?
So imagine being able to describe a complex application feature using everyday language,
Okay.
and Lovable's AI would be able to generate the code and logic needed to implement it. It would be like having a conversation with your development environment.
That would be a game changer. Are there any other advancements on the roadmap that you can share with us?
They're also focusing on expanding Lovable's ecosystem of integrations with
Right.
external services and APIs.
Yeah.
This will allow users to connect their applications to a wider range of tools and platforms, making it even more versatile.
So it's not just about Lovable itself, it's about its potential to connect and interact with the wider world of technology.
Exactly.
But before we get carried away with future possibilities, let's bring it back to the present.
Okay.
For someone just starting out with Lovable, what advice would you offer?
I would say don't be intimidated.
Okay.
Lovable is designed to be user-friendly, even for those with limited coding experience.
Okay.
Explore their extensive documentation and tutorials, experiment, and don't be afraid to tap into the vibrant, Lovable community for support and inspiration.
That's great advice. It's a reminder that there's a whole community out there ready to support and collaborate.
Yeah.
But realistically, Lovable isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
Are there any types of projects where traditional coding might be a better fit?
Of course, Lovable is incredibly versatile,
Yeah.
but highly specialized applications requiring intricate custom code or deep integration with legacy systems might be better suited for traditional coding.
So it's about choosing the right tool for the job and recognizing the strengths and limitations of each approach.
For sure.
Are there any real-world examples of businesses using Lovable successfully that you can share?
Absolutely. We're seeing Lovable being used across a wide range of industries.
Okay.
For example, a healthcare startup used Lovable to build a mobile app, connecting patients with doctors for virtual consultations.
Wow.
The speed of development allowed them to get their app to market quickly, providing a much-needed service during a time of increased demand for telehealth.
That's fantastic. It's inspiring to see how Lovable is being used to make a real difference.
So,
Are there any examples from more traditional business settings?
absolutely. We're seeing large enterprises use Lovable to streamline their internal processes. Imagine a manufacturing company struggling with inventory management.
Okay.
They could use Lovable to build a custom application that automates many of their manual processes, provides real-time inventory tracking, and streamlines communication with suppliers.
That's a great example of how Lovable can help businesses improve their operational efficiency.
Absolutely.
But it also highlights the importance of understanding your specific needs and challenges
Yeah.
before diving into any technology solution. It's not about replacing human expertise. It's about finding the right tools to augment and support it.
I couldn't agree more. As the no-code movement continues to evolve, I think we'll see an even greater emphasis on this collaboration
Yeah.
between human ingenuity and powerful technology like Lovable.
It's an exciting time to be a part of this evolution, but I'm curious, what are some of the challenges or limitations that Lovable is still facing?
While Lovable is incredibly versatile, it is still maturing in its ability to handle highly complex applications that might require intricate custom code or integration with legacy systems. That being said, they are actively developing and expanding these capabilities.
So there are still some areas where traditional coding might be a better approach, at least for now.
That's right. Choosing the right tool for the job is crucial. But Lovable is constantly evolving and pushing the boundaries of what's possible with no-code development.
That's the exciting part. Can you give us any insights into what Lovable's focusing on to address these limitations?
They are working on expanding Lovable's custom code
All
capabilities
right.
to allow developers to integrate more complex logic and functionality.
Yeah.
And they are continuously improving Lovable's integration capabilities with external services and APIs, enabling connections with a wider range of tools and platforms.
So they are working towards offering the best of both worlds.
They are.
It sounds like Lovable is shaping up to be a real game changer in the world of software development. But before we wrap things up, I want to shift gears and talk about the human side, this technological advancement. How has Lovable changed the dynamic between designers and developers?
It's fundamentally changed the relationship between designers and developers. It's no longer a siloed process where designers hand off static designs to developers who then have to interpret and translate those designs into code.
It sounds like Lovable encourages a more collaborative and iterative approach.
Exactly. Lovable serves as a bridge between design and development, allowing designers and developers to work in tandem, iterating quickly, and ensuring that the final product aligns perfectly with the original design vision.
That's a significant improvement over the traditional workflow.
Yeah.
It eliminates the potential for miscommunication and ensures that everyone is on the same page throughout the development process.
Right.
But this brings us to an important question. How does Lovable address the ethical considerations that come with democratizing software development?
Lovable takes ethical considerations very seriously. They provide guidelines and best practices to ensure that applications built on the platform are secure, reliable, and comply with relevant regulations.
Okay.
Lovable is committed to responsible innovation.
That's great to hear. It's encouraging to see a company taking proactive steps to address these important issues. But let's bring it back down to earth for a moment.
Okay.
For someone who's new to Lovable and wants to explore its potential, what advice would you give them?
The best advice I can offer is to start small, experiment, and leverage the Lovable community.
Okay.
There's a wealth of resources available, from tutorials and documentation to a supportive community of users ready to help. Don't be afraid to ask questions and learn from others.
That's a great reminder that there's a whole community out there ready to support and collaborate. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Lovable, what are your final thoughts on this groundbreaking platform?
I believe Lovable represents a paradigm shift in software development. It's democratizing access to technology, empowering individuals and businesses to bring their ideas to life faster and more efficiently than ever before. It's an exciting time to be a part of this movement, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for Lovable and the no-code revolution as a whole.
And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive into Lovable. We've explored its capabilities, impact, and potential to revolutionize the world of software development.
It's remarkable how far no-code platforms
It is?
like Lovable have come,
Yeah.
and the potential they hold for the future.
Yeah, it feels like we're on the cusp of this new era where, those barriers, they're dissolving, and creativity is the driving force behind software development.
It really is. Lovable isn't just changing how we build software, it's changing who gets to build it. It's empowering this whole new generation of creators from all backgrounds.
Yeah, it's like you're providing everyone with a set of digital tools and inviting them to build, experiment, and innovate. What impact do you see this having on the business landscape?
I think it's a game changer for businesses of all sizes. Startups, small businesses, entrepreneurs can now develop these sophisticated applications without needing these huge development teams or expensive outsourcing.
Yeah, it levels the playing field. It fosters innovation and, potentially disrupts entire industries. But with this rapid evolution of technology, we need to consider those potential challenges
We do.
and ensure responsible development.
Absolutely. We must be mindful of those ethical implications. Potential biases in AI algorithms and the crucial importance of data privacy and security.
Right. And it's encouraging that Lovable is actively engaged in discussions around these issues.
They are.
They seem committed to responsible innovation and ethical development practices.
They do. If we look at the bigger picture, though, Lovable is more than just a tool. It's a catalyst for a more inclusive and equitable tech landscape, where anyone with a great idea has the power to bring it to life.
That's a powerful thought. It makes you wonder, what could be created with a tool like this? What problems could be solved? What innovations could emerge?
The possibilities are vast and exciting. That's the beauty of Lovable. It empowers us to dream bigger, think outside the box, and build a future limited only by our imaginations.
On that inspiring note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Lovable. We've explored its capabilities, impact, and potential to revolutionize the world of software development.
It's been an insightful journey, and I believe Lovable will continue to amaze us with its innovation and ability to empower creators globally.
Thank you for joining us on Le Podcast de Philippe. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lovable, make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube and give this video a like. We'll be back soon with more exciting explorations into the world of technology and innovation. Until then, keep creating and keep dreaming big.